Looks like the Paladins Twitter just put up this small but very interesting teaser with the line, "Enough training, I'm ready for action." Then in the actual image, we see Zhin watching over this man that we haven't seen quite yet. He's in attire similar to Zhin, and it looks like he's practicing his agility and mobility by jumping from log to avoid the water. Now, there's a lot we can get from this. First, let's focus on who this guy probably is. It seems like this could be Zhin's apprentice. He speaks about wanting to go out and fight instead of train, and we have Zhin watching him and not training with him. So they're probably not equals or partners or anything like that. This also of course means that this man is part of the 1000 Hand Guild, like everyone who is under Zhin is. There was something data mined about Zhin's voice lines getting updated, so I imagine he'll have lines with this character. Why would Zhin want an apprentice though? Well, it could be for a few reasons. I have this theory related to Zhin that I wanted to make into a video, and this guy could end up being a part of that. I'll probably make that theory video soon, before the lore around Zhin and this guy comes out, so we can see if I end up being right. Besides that though, Zhin has a lot to gain out of bringing up an apprentice. He gets somebody who shares his ideals, skill set, and morals, or lack thereof, that he can send out to do his bidding. I'm sure Zhin believes somebody similar to him would be better for more important tasks than any of his guild members. Zhin does seem like he'd be arrogant like that. There is also the fact that Zhin won't be around forever. I mean, in the game, of course, to much of your guys' dismay, but still, something could happen to Zhin in time. He could be taken out at some point, and this could cause a power struggle within the guild. Who knows who could end up taking leadership of the guild and what new direction they would send the guild in. By having an apprentice, Zhin ensures that somebody with his ideals will be able to assume leadership and carry on his legacy by running the guild how he taught him to run it. Moving away from possible lore, let's focus on the character himself. One thing that makes me really excited is them showing off how mobile he is. I really hope this transfers in-game and it isn't really something like Genos being this all-powerful god that doesn't really feel that way in-game. I would love to see another really mobile character with unique mobility options. The last really mobile character we got was Maeve, well over a year ago. This would also mean he's a flank. He could be a damage since we haven't gotten one in a while, but it'd be cool to see them ignore that class for a bit since it is the biggest right now. The flank class would also be the best fit for a highly agile ninja. I would love to see this guy enter a state where he does a series of very quick high jumps, sorta like Pip's Weightless but much more anime-like, I guess you could say. It would also be really cool to finally see wall running make it into the game as this guy's passive. I know a lot of people really wanted Sky to have it, but let's face it, this guy would be a much better fit for it. Sky isn't even really a ninja. Now, the thing that probably sticks out about this character the most is his gauntlets. There's no visible weapon on him, so this could lead us to believe that his gauntlets are going to be his weapons. The left gauntlet specifically looks different at first glance because it appears to have some red crystals on it, but if you zoom in you see that it's just the lighting and both gauntlets are the same. But if they do turn out to be his weapons, then I wouldn't doubt there's crystals on them somewhere. So when you think gauntlets, you think of two things. One, you don't feel so good, and two, you think melee. Hi-Rez isn't the biggest fan of melee. Grover was melee when he first came out and he got reworked. Then much later on they added Terminus and struggled to balance him. He was OP when he released, then he was nerfed into oblivion, and now he's finally in a nice and balanced spot. So they might not have went ahead and made this guy melee. However, there is a big difference between this guy and Term and Grover. Term and Grover are big dudes, and big dudes don't get a whole lot of mobility. So designing them in a way that allows them to get close enough to hit enemies without mobility is hard. But if they make this guy very mobile, then that would allow him to get close enough to enemies to melee them. For some reason I can't really see this guy running around and punching people though, so maybe he has another weapon that's small and concealed like throwing stars or kunai, and his abilities are melee oriented. Who knows, we can only speculate right now. Those are my thoughts on this teaser and this character. What are your guys' thoughts? Let me know in the comments below. And that's pretty much it, guys. I want to thank you all for watching. I very much appreciate it, and I'm going to see you guys later. Bye!